Hi there, hello, how are you? I hope you're having an absolutely amazing day so far. Today, we are going to be reviewing this thing right here. This is a fairly expensive air purifier for your home or commercial business. They did gift it to me. I graciously accepted. I felt like I needed purer air in my home. I do have some opinions on it though. Is it worth it? Is it really? Should you spend like literally hundreds of dollars to make sure that you have clean air in your home? I think that is probably very subjective. One of the reasons why I graciously accepted this is, well, actually there's two main reasons. The first one, I'm always congested. I always have been. I've gone to specialists. I've gone to general practitioners and specialists, and I've had like whatever, you know, scans and stuff you get done on your face. And I just am like perpetually congested. So I feel like I'm allergic to something, but I don't know what that something is. That maybe it's got to be in the air and it would help with my breathing. The second reason is because I have dogs and I am absolutely paranoid that somebody's going to walk into my house and smell dog. But I don't like to just cover it up with scent. Like I almost am never burning candles or have like a plug-ins on or incense or anything like that to cover up the scent. I would like to remove the scent. I don't want it to smell. I don't want my house to smell like dog. So first, let me explain this thing. What are we looking at? What is this big white cube? Oh, but first I actually have some B-roll of me putting this thing together. It was incredibly easy. If I can do it, you can do it. I barely even needed instructions. The packaging itself actually provided enough instruction that you could put it together without even needing to consult YouTube for it. But here you are, in case you needed to know how to put it together, there you go. It's really easy. The specs on this unit's 15 by 15 by 19. It weighs about 38 pounds. It's very mobile, has wheels. The plug is actually quite long. They do say it's quiet though. That little spec there, I would say, is up for debate. On its loudest setting, it sounds like I have a jet plane airplane in my house, but it is sucking in a whole lot of air and purifying it at an absolute rapid speed at that point. So if I'm like guessing that company is about to come over and I'm paranoid again because the dogs are here, I might kick it up to like its highest speed in order to purify the most air as quickly as possible before they get here, and then I'll kick it back down to the wisp air speed. Just for your own knowledge, this is what the speeds sound like. We have it plugged in, it is on, but it is not turned on, it is turned off. This is wisp air. If we kick it up to low, this is medium. This is when it kind of starts getting loud, and then this is jet plane mode. It does say that it goes between 54 decibels and 62 decibels, so that's your sound warning on it. We did have it in the bedroom on wisp air mode for a little while, and it was fine. It was like fan white noise. The whole point to getting an air purifier though is to like literally purify the air. Your unfiltered air is first going to pass through the patented air cartridge, which uses earth mineral technology to trap and neutralize and kill contaminants. Then it goes through the HEPA filter to capture air particulates like dust and dander. It filters up to 1,000 square feet with 3 to 5 exchanges per hour. So the air is like getting scrubbed clean. This is actually hospital grade. I didn't even tell you that. Hospital grade quality commercial. You can put this in like your daycare. You can put it in obviously in your house. I tend to like to keep it downstairs so that it's not only doing like our bedroom. And then we ended up moving it to our foyer. And when we moved it in there, it's kind of like a central location. I feel like it does cycle through the air in the entire house. Even though my house is just shy of 2,000 square feet, this thing works for the full 2,000, even though it says that it cycles 1,000 square feet of air very well. That would probably only work if you have like a central location where you have a lot of the open airspace in your house, like the foyer or like the stairwell. So they say it's effective against mold, cooking odors, viruses, bacteria, formaldehyde, chemicals, pollen, pet dander, fungi, dust mites, ammonia, smoke, and dust. That seems to cover quite a bit of the reasons why we would put something like this inside of our home. So I guess to break down the point, like would it be worth having something like this in your house? There's some pros and cons to it. One of the pros is that it only costs about $10 a month if ran constantly on high, it costs you $10 per month to operate. So it's incredibly low. Because we have this now, we're replacing our furnace filters less often because we've noticed over the last few months that they don't even really get dirty at all. So it's doing a great job at purifying the air. It has very low maintenance and upkeep. It actually neutralizes and kills contaminants, which most air purifiers don't do that. They don't like scrub it clean, hospital grade kind of style, which makes me feel a lot better, because if there is anything in the air that I'm unaware of that could be causing us to get sick, like pollen or even mold in the air, then I know that this thing could get it, could trap it before it actually harms us. So we did a few different tests on this. The first test was us getting it and using it for probably about 6 weeks to 2 months and seeing how we felt. And I'll be honest, I was expecting an immediate result. I was expecting to wake up the next morning and be like, oh my God, I could breathe a lot easier. The house smells wonderful. But I couldn't really tell any difference at all. Daryl fought me on this. I'm not kidding. He fought me on this so hard because I was dogging on it. I was like, dude, I don't think that anything has changed. I don't feel any different. He said, it's been 1 day, give it a damn chance. It hasn't even been a day. It was like 12 hours at that point. I don't really know how much benefit it can even give me. I was fairly skeptical, but I wanted to see if my breathing would get any better, if the house wouldn't smell like dog. So giving it a chance, I was like, fine, I'll give it a month, and then I want Andrew to try it. Andrew is my brother-in-law, Daryl's brother. He's in an apartment. His roommate smokes cannabis and he has 2 cats. So he was looking for something that would actually clean the air, make his apartment smell really nice. And also he has a slight allergy to cats. So he has his 2 cats. He needed to kind of figure out how to be less congested. So he was very excited at the concept of testing this out for us and giving us his full opinion on it. And he wholeheartedly put a stamp of approval on it. He said that his roommate usually would smoke at about 1-ish in the afternoon, and then Andrew would get home from work about 3-ish in the afternoon, but the roommate will have been gone at that point, and every time he would walk in his house, he would just smell cannabis smoke. So he said not only did it help his allergies tremendously, because he started doing like it's a work from home part of the time kind of a job. So now he's at home a lot of the time, helped his allergies a ton, helped his house not smell like cannabis. He also food preps all the time. Like, he's so consistent about actually cooking and food prepping. Girls, he is single. He is a prize worth catching. If you're in our area, check those dating apps for Andrew, Andrue. Okay. His roommate said that he loved it. Andrew loved it himself. And then we asked for it back so that I could do this video. And I was still kind of on the fence, because even though we had tested it for the first like month and a half and really sat down and discussed it, like I was discussing this dang thing almost every single day. And then we gave it away. And I realized how neurotic I was getting at the smell in the house again without even realizing that I was doing it, that I was like running around and cleaning a lot. I was dusting more. We were noticing smells on things that we didn't really notice before. Like, we got this rug that's in here right now is a fairly new rug. And did you know that most things are made with formaldehyde? And when things like are off-gassing, that smell that you smell, I've heard that it's the formaldehyde. Not to scare you, but we didn't know that that's what that was. We didn't know, like, we rolled this thing out and it smelled for like 2 or 3 solid weeks. And then we got this thing back and we put it in here and it took the smell away. I don't feel like I have any of that off-gassing or that weird, like, it almost smells like melted plastic, you know? Yeah, so once we returned it, I actually fell in love with it. I think it took like losing it for me to realize that I absolutely loved it, that I adored it. So I was very, very pleased. It passed the test. It passed the cannabis smoking test. It passes the house test. I was skeptical. I wanted to hate it, but I can't. So then I guess that's it. That's everything you need to know about the Enviroklenz air purifying technology that we have going on here. I will have a link for this Enviroklenz little device down below, some of the details for it as well in the description box and the pinned comment. Thank you to all of my patrons for making videos like this possible. Thank you to all of you for being here. Please consider hitting subscribe before you leave if you're into this type of video. And yeah, I guess I'll see you next time. Love ya. Bye.